Good morning, everybody. Today is 966 ice baths in a row. 966 today. It is Tuesday morning. Got the plunge here at 45. Today is Don and I's 30th wedding anniversary. Pretty cool. Happy anniversary, babe. I know you're going to watch this later. 30 years ago today, in Bend, Oregon. Behind the Athletic Club of Bend, which is now a swimming pool. Back then it was a field. We got married. It was just awesome. I've told the story before, but we went to high school together, but didn't know who each other really were. I mean, we knew who each other were, but we didn't know each other. Then we went to college. Our junior year, we stood in line before the internet. It's going to date us a little bit. Before the internet, we stood in line to register for classes. We got to talking for a while. I really liked her, but I didn't do anything at the time. I'm not sure why. Then it wasn't very long later, like maybe a week later, I went to a nightclub, the first and only time in my life I've been to a nightclub, and she was there. Let's talk about coincidence, right? Maybe fate, whatever you believe in, the universe, not sure, but she was there and we talked. She gave me her phone number and her business card, told me where she worked, and I showed up that next week at her work and asked her out. I had to move fast, right? I didn't want to waste any time. I already saw her once in line, and fate had it. I saw her again at this nightclub, the Copper Penny. Anybody remember the Copper Penny in Portland, Oregon? Doesn't exist anymore, but that was the nightclub. And took her to Cannon Beach, the Oregon coast, for our first date, which was March 13th, 1992. So we've already celebrated our 33rd dating anniversary. We still celebrate that, but today is our 30th wedding anniversary. So yeah, best decision I ever made. Love you, Don. Somebody asked me this morning, literally, what was the key? Or what is the key, or what advice, what have you learned over these 30 years being married? And it's like, to me, number one is always trust. Trusting each other, really trusting each other, I think is really important. And I don't think it's as common, unfortunately, as I'd like it to be for people. But trust and communication, being able to talk and talking regularly about any and everything. We talk about everything all the time. There's no subject that are off limits, anything. And we talk a lot. And sometimes things hurt. Sometimes things aren't great, and that's part of the deal. But when you have trust as that foundation, you can have things that don't go well. There are things you don't see eye to eye on, and you're fine. It doesn't hurt the foundation. People that don't have a great foundation of trust, though, they don't want to argue. They don't want to disagree about anything, because then they worry it's going to really, throw a bomb on the relationship. That doesn't happen if you have trust. So everything starts with trust and then communication. And then genuinely, I am just as attracted to Dawn today as I was 30 years ago. Just really, it's this like amazing attraction to each other physically and emotionally, and just wanting to be around each other, wanting to talk, wanting to spend time together. We worked together for years and just enjoyed that. We loved that. And I knew a lot of people didn't want to work with their spouse, but we loved working together. Spending every moment we can. I think that's really important. Just really loving being around each other and just at ease and at home when we're around each other. So 30 years today. You guys have an awesome day today. I hope it goes well. We're having a great anniversary, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care, guys, and work on that trust and communication thing. That is so important in any relationship. Make it work. Love you guys.